Today is the first day since we arrived in Singapore where we seem to be on a normal schedule. We went to bed last night at 9 p.m. after walking around all about town, and then we woke up at 6:30 in the morning. No late night feasting at 3 a.m. It's 10 a.m. now, and we are going to get our COVID test because we are onwards to a new country. Oh my gosh, that was intense. That was the most invasive PCR test that I feel like we've ever had. It felt like it touched the back of my brain, like my cerebellum.
How you feeling? So the rain finally let up. Thank goodness, it was just blasting all afternoon. And now we are back at the Marina Bay Sands. It is time for us to check out the Gardens by the Bay.
I just learned by walking through the hotel that the 3 towers to that big old boat-shaped building are the towers of the hotel. And they're actually not that far apart from each other, but the thing that's really cool as we're walking on the outside is they've managed to put greenery and flowers in every single part of the hotel, including all along the tower walls. It's pretty cool.
Usually there's people everywhere, people going for runs on the path, people walking around, people having food, sitting. It's usually packed.
This is so empty.
I don't know where everybody is. I mean, it rained a little bit today, but that hasn't stopped people in Singapore before.
I guess when I thought about this place, and I've seen it in movies and pictures before, it always seemed like a celebratory, beautiful, very full of life kind of place. It's gloomy, it just rained, like Josh said, but there's nobody. Even though there isn't a ton of human life here, the Gardens of the Bay is definitely still full of life.
Got a very eerie Game of Thrones vibe to it.
Is it pokey on your butt?
No, I wouldn't call it comfortable.
Well, despite there being no other humans here, Satay by the Bay is open, and apparently there's supposed to be an affordable way to eat here because everything else is McDonald's, Shake Shack, Starbucks. So let's see.
Looks like a hawker stall, smells like a hawker stall. We are at Satay by the Bay, inside the Gardens by the Bay, and they have this amazing hawker stall, hawker center area with really cheap, affordable food with just absolutely beautiful views here. All of this stuff right here was just $5 US. We had just a little bit of time to kill before our appointment at the Cloud Forest, which an appointment at a Cloud Forest kind of makes it sound like we're in Star Wars or something. So with that time, we figured we'd go here and get some cheap eats. It's probably chicken and then the eponymous satay peanut spicy sauce. Oh yeah. What's in there?
I think this is the fish. It's called ota, and I'm really excited about this one. If I can open it. It's an Indonesian style of eating fish. I don't know what's the proper way to do this. It's got like an imitation crab kind of texture. Spicy.
Now this will probably be the last time that you see us without our masks on for the entirety of this episode. And that's because right now, unless you're actively eating or drinking in a restaurant, if you're outdoors, even if there's nobody anywhere near you, you have to be wearing your mask. The fine for not doing it is $300, so we're gonna be wearing our masks today. Ready to go.
I'm so excited!
Open!
So we're here inside the cloud forest, and this place is just amazing. So this place contains the second largest indoor waterfall anywhere in the world. I don't know what the first largest is. If we figure it out, we'll put down here. And inside of here is this amazing 35-meter tall man-made mountain of trees, plants, greenery. The first thing that you notice when you walk in here is you just get blasted by cold air. And that's because of that massive waterfall up front, as well as the pipes filled with cool water underneath this entire thing that cool all this down to essentially emulate this Peruvian/Andean cloud forest between like 3,000 and 10,000 feet altitude. And they just filled it with all the plants that would normally be there.
These orchids are so beautiful, and this archway is incredible. My mom would be so jealous. She loves planting flowers and she loves orchids. Josh would hate those monkeys, but I think they're really cool works of art and they look really cute. Family monkeys made out of wood. This is legit the only place that I've ever been cold in Singapore. So we're here at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and this is kind of one of the best times to get here because you have enough time to wander the grounds, wander the cloud forest, and then at 7 p.m. the lights go down. And by lights I mean the sun. The sun goes down. And that's when the super trees over there light up. And that's what we're waiting for. So while we're waiting, let me hit you with some fun facts about the Gardens of the Bay. Did you know that the Gardens of the Bay actually came to life due to an international competition to make Singapore the best city in a garden? That was their whole theme. Also, the whole theme of the Gardens of the Bay is based off of the Singaporean national flower, or the orchid. There are 18 what they call super trees, and these super trees are the super tall, super cool avatar Xandar looking trees that Singapore has come to be known for. But they don't just serve the purpose of being super cool to look at, they actually serve a lot of functions. For one, they're solar powered to light all the lights. They also serve as shade for people that come visit the park. They also have an irrigation system, so any rain that's collected is used throughout the gardens. So cool, they work just like real trees. Photosynthesis, the whole deal, solar, water, all of it. Is it sunset yet?
There's over 60,000 plants on this mountain. 60,000.
This one looks like a wise old tree man, and seems like he has a lot of wisdom and a lot of whiskers. Okay, now it's time to go because it's actually legit getting kind of cold.
And we got a show to see. Look, it's the Rialto Bridge. We've been there. I think the real one's a little nicer. It's almost dark.
What's going on?
Well, when we originally booked our COVID tests at the airport, it was a while ago, and we paid $160 for it, and then they reduced the price to $125, and they just automatically refunded us the difference.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Yeah. Also, I just got the COVID test results for our upcoming flight. Negative. Ready to go.
Woo-hoo. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the show that we are waiting for is this show that happens every night at 7:45 and 8:45 in case you miss it. You'll see.
Enjoy the show. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you again at the gardens.
You know, as we spend more time in Singapore, it just gets me thinking about kind of the blueprint that Singapore has laid down. This feels a lot like what a city of the future should feel like, at least I think so. Go, robot, go. This interplay, this interconnectedness between nature and the city. And I think that Singapore very early on decided that they weren't just going to have a garden or a few gardens or a park in their city. It was going to be a city inside of a garden, as in the garden was going to have the highest priority. And I think that they've succeeded, and they avoided just turning it into a concrete jungle. Instead, it's a jungle that just happens to have some concrete through it. And you see this everywhere with the buildings that have trees growing off the side of them, and then a massive place like this behind me where even their major attraction inside of their big park is a tree. And seeing something like this and being here in Singapore just gives me a lot of hope for the future, that we can live together with the nature around us instead of just paving all over it.
%2 battery. So it turns out having a phone fully charged is really important in Singapore and in life. I like to pretend that I'd be fine without my phone, but not here. We use it for the train, We use it for getting in and checking in and out. I was at 2%. Whoopsies. But we made it. Yeah, you can't go anywhere without it, so I lucked out.
What was that?
I think I dropped a coin.
What is it with you and money?
Here you go.
What's one? Oh, come on.
You're sitting on a turtle.
I'm sitting on a turtle. Man-made mountain thing. So the Gardens by the Bay, this whole giant area is absolutely amazing. That lady interrupted me every time I'm talking. She's got a lot of important stuff to say.
He's gonna tell me later he's sleeping. Hi, kitty. What do you gotta tell us? So many things to say.